we are back for another day of groundwork with the draft horse using the TRT method. Good girl. She's actually standing still. Oh, okay. Then she tries to eat my head. That's so nice. I forgot a hat again, so brilliant. Today excuse you, want to work on revisiting some of the leading exercise stuff. And some movement from side to side. Oh, get some shade. I'm not blinded, yay! And then I want to revisit some of the mounting work that we were doing. I'll have to probably turn the camera a little bit so you can see the mounting block better along the fence. So that'll be good. And then I want to do some lunging with her. So we'll get a few clips of that, but I want to start prepping her to be under saddle. Next week, I'm thinking I want to do lunging with the saddle on. She's licking the ground. Okay. But yeah, so today is still on the ground with some groundwork and then some lunging. So now we'll start with the leading exercise from the TRT method. Good girl. All right, over here. Okay, so that took a little bit of revisiting, but oh, good girl. But she remembered eventually. We got supplies. You're okay. Now I'm gonna try the directional, getting her back legs moving and then her front legs moving and putting it together. Good girl. Good girl. Come on, you can do it. Good girl. Good girl. Good. Good girl. I know. Good. Good girl. Forward. You can walk. All right, so that one went really well. She remembered it. She's still not very good with crossing underneath with her front leg. She's really good with the back. But I'm not sure if she just doesn't have like the flexibility really to do that or the capability with her size. Good girl, that's so nice. Wow, she's just standing relaxed, chilling her energy, even with the lawnmower. Fantastic. Good girl. So now, since she's got the directional exercise down, sorry, she's shaking the camera because she's touching the fence now. Hi. Thank you. Now we're gonna go back to the mounting block, so I'll turn it a little bit and work on the mounting exercise that we worked on last week. And hopefully she remembers. So we'll find out. Good girl. Good girl. Wow, She really remembered that. That was awesome. Hey. Thank you. Not quite. Good girl. Not only did she do it great once, she did it great again. And she's really figuring it out. So that is super exciting. I actually groomed her today too, so she's cleaner, but my hands are still really gross. So now we're gonna take a little break before I get to lunging. Okay, now we got her set up for lunging. Got this old, wow, lunge line, obviously, hello. And you can't even see my face. That's the whip, okay. So now we're gonna see how well she lunges. I have never lunged this horse actually, so we'll find out and see how it goes. You'll hear me praising her or giving her like little comments here and there with lunging. I'm still gonna voice over because the wind was super loud at this point. I don't remember feeling any wind, but the camera picked it up super loud. So I was just kind of assessing how she was on the lunge line. There were bits and moments of some personality, which is always nice to see and fun. But I wanted to see how she responded to going forwards and then slowing down. I definitely realized that I need to stay kind of behind her with lunging. You can't really tell with the angles of things, but I am standing more in line, well, walking, I guess, more in line with her hind end and kind of driving from the back rather than standing more in the middle of her body for lunging. She's definitely a horse that you need to kind of ride from the back to the front. So it makes sense that she needs that with lunging too. She doesn't have much of her own motor. Like when she gets going, she'll be moving. But she's definitely a horse that needs to be kept moving forward. And then I found out that there were some undesired behaviors with lunging, like where she just turned and spun into me and just walked towards me. In her face, it doesn't look like it on camera, but her face looked very worried. So that's why I tell her, like, oh, you look worried, because she looks to be nervous when she does that, almost like she thinks she's doing something wrong or she wants to do something right, but she doesn't really know what she's supposed to do. So I kind of worked that out a little bit by the end, and then I'm behind on editing, so I've already done the next week, and that already got a lot better, and I really didn't even try to work on it too much, but I was just trying to figure out where she was. You can see she is really reaching for praise and to know that she's doing a good job. So that's why I just talk nice to her a lot, and that makes her feel better. Ooh, she's standing nice and square there. That's nice. There was a lot of walking both directions. This is funny. The boys in the pasture realize that she's out, and she gets so lit up by it. It's so funny. So that was a cute moment that I just had to keep in with them in the background. Just look at them, just watching her. What are you doing? And then Atlas gets thrilled, and Sage is like, okay, bye, this is fun. And Cherie stops and watches them and then runs to me, basically. So then I gotta send her back out again. You can see how many times that happens. I didn't realize it was so many times until watching this through. But she seemed to go pretty well both directions, fairly evenly. I got her to canter on the correct lead both directions, which sometimes that was a challenge last year. She wasn't quite balanced all the time. So that's also why I'm lunging her this year, to improve that balance and that strength before I even get on. I won't canter her the first few rides, probably. Probably just walk and trot. Trotting is really good for strength building. And then I have to correct her there because she starts to go the wrong direction. So it's just kind of teaching her to be a little more respectful on the lunge, and really just assessing how she was moving, kind of farther away, because while I'm up close and leaning her, I can only see so much, because she's so big. She's 17.3. I'm tall, but I can still only see so much of her body. Then I finally got her to canter going to the right. So that was good, but she didn't really hold it. I think this is her weaker direction, if I'm remembering correctly. So then I asked for her to do a little bit more, just to keep building up that strength and see how it went. And then we did a lot of trotting to calm down. And then still kind of making her still keep moving forward in the downward transitions, even on the lunge line. So you can see I ask her for the walk. I watch how she starts to, maybe that was a different direction. But I ask her to walk at one point, and then she trots, which is okay because she's still moving forward, and then comes back down to the walk. I still want to encourage that because she's still moving forward in that transition. She's understanding moving forward and not backing off when slowing down. So that way she knows it on the lunge. She knows it during riding. And she stays more connected that way. Then she just stops, and she stood there for a second, so that's why I praised her, but then she walked in. Girl, look at this. We're not even doing free training, but apparently Cherie has taught herself. That was cool. Good girl. Very good. Very good girl. Okay, well, lots of treats for her today, as she tried really hard. She worked on some new things. She proved she remembered old stuff, and she followed me without a lead. That was impressive. Wow, okay, so very good day. A little bit next time I want to work on with her having a saddle on And then just leaning over the saddle. I won't put on yet because I just kind of want to rebuild her back up in the ground. She did really great today, and I'm really happy with the progress we made. So then I got to ride Reno after working with Cherie, which was nice. I had ridden him bareback the week before, so I was like, you know what, I'll put a saddle on him, see how he's going. He is 24 and a little bit arthritic. Oh, I did get it. Yay! Cool. So, to me, I don't know, just from looking at him, I feel like he's a little bit off in that front right. And I was kind of considering it while I was riding, but it was also hard to tell. But now after watching the video like 5 times, I feel like he is. I don't know. We'll see. I'll really check his feet this week and see how he is. Make sure there's nothing in them. But I mean, with him, it's just kind of like keeping him in shape, keeping him in work, keeping up the muscle because he is much older, and he's really quite old for a draft horse. He wants to try. Unfortunately, they're like big dogs where they have shorter lifespans, so we are trying to just keep him healthy and keep him going as much as possible. Just a little trot there. Just a wee bit. Okay. We do some more eventually, but just a lot of walking with him, helping him stretch, and then also since he has been trained up to 2nd level dressage, I work with him just kind of going into a frame here and there and holding himself together a little bit. Didn't really want to push him though, since he hadn't been really ridden for a number of months, even though he runs out in the pasture, but it's a little bit different with carrying weight and going in a smaller circle than that giant pasture you see in the back. But yeah, so it was just like a nice gentle ride. He was a good boy, of course. And here I readjust the camera. I did not need to do that. I kept it in because I was like, this was ridiculous. Look at the angle I put it at. What happened? And as I was going around, I realized it got like way too late. It was like, oh, this looks so bad. Look at that transition. That looked nice. Yeah, so I really apologize for this awful angle. But I thought he looked cute in these clips, so I wanted to leave him in. And here's another blooper of him pushing me around after I go to take the reins off over his head. And he's like, bye, see ya. Too bad I didn't get on film when he spun in circles before we even walked in the arena, because the other horses were outside and he was thrilled. And then he wouldn't stand still. And no. And then he hopped up and down as soon as I got on and was trying to climb the mounting block himself. So, but that was fun, and that was a good second ride back. First time he's had a saddle on him in 6 months. Yeah, he was good, so I'm happy with him. Also, peep the pad. I've had this pad since 2015 when I won it, and I haven't used it. I want to save it for something special. I'm tired of that, so like the clothes you wear that they're like, stop saving your special occasion things. Well, I did that with this pad, so I love it. Bye.